for getting new members. And we can't thank y'all enough for coming out of the closet and joining Austin Republican Women. You know, I don't know if it was the events of last November that made people feel like, oh, I can actually tell people I'm a Republican. But it's so wonderful, and it helps to rejuvenate our club, and we just can't thank you enough for being here and joining us. This is a really, I think you're going to find, if you haven't already, what an incredibly brilliant group of women this is. Do we all think alike? No. I don't think you're ever going to find a bunch of Republicans that think alike, which is that's what makes us different. We're not sheep. But we really do appreciate all of our new members, and we appreciate our old members too. So thank you all for being here. Our speaker tonight is somebody, the March for Trump was on March 4th, and it was a very rainy, nasty day in Austin. I think people didn't think there would be much of a turnout. I have to say, it was my first march for anything. And I was pretty impressed for the number of people that showed up in Austin, Texas in a rally for Donald Trump. And Trina and Jeannie Sorensen and Sherry and I were down there. And this incredible young woman gave this most powerful speech about why it was that she was a Republican. And so I immediately dropped my umbrella when she was done and ran up to her and said, I got to get your information. I would love for you to come to speak to my group because I think that your message resonates so much. I know they would really appreciate what you have to say because I think they have a lot of the same experiences to a certain extent. So anyway, that's how I met Marvina. She is a remarkable young woman. She's a wife and a mother. She has hosted foreign exchange student, and she is a Republican, and she does not have any shyness about telling you that she is a Republican and why. Now, maybe if you are 6'3", maybe you have a little bit more force behind your I'm a Republican, but this is a woman who is not shy about who she is, and she should. I think we can all take away that lesson from her today is that none of us should be ashamed to express who we are and why we feel the way we do about our politics. So, Marvina.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I apologize. I normally have my note cards with me, but I left them at home in a rush this afternoon, so please bear with me. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I'm a little shorter right now. Actually, I used to be 6'6". I got hit by 2 semi-trucks, and that kind of destroyed my lower lumbar. So I lost a couple inches there. So now I'm short. But I am the short one in my house. My husband is 6'7". So, and I agree that I think I'm 6'3.5", because you know those half inches are so important when you're short. So I think that does have a lot to do with it. People say, why aren't you afraid to wear your Trump shirt and your Trump hat? And I said, well, you know, I'm nearly 6'4" and 240 pounds. I'm a linebacker. So if someone's going to come up to me and say something, they better make sure they have something worthy to say and are willing to deal with the consequences. So I don't really have a problem with that. I wanted to talk to you all tonight because I think it's very important as conservatives that we stick together and that you're not ashamed of who you are. There are a lot of people who will say negative things and call you racist. I get called racist all the time, which I think it's hilarious. People make an assumption on ethnicity based on what you are. They make an assumption on how much money you make, what you're capable of doing, whether or not you're college educated. And it's typically those that are liberal who make all of these assumptions that I am unable to speak for myself, so they must do it for me. So this is basically what I'm going to talk to you tonight about diversity. I'm going to talk to you today about diversity in the Democratic and Republican parties. and how that basically defines each group. I also should say that I am legally blind, so you might be able to see most of my words here because they're huge. Anyway. Diversity is a good thing, but improper application or too much of even a good thing can sour and turn rancid.